this way. Okay.
So,
Hi YouTube, we're back. Today we're gonna talk about how don't look pregnant. Because somebody actually, like last night, I think I completely forgot that I did the YouTube video when I was pregnant, and that somebody asked me, when are you due? And I was like, oh shit, like I completely forgot about it being out there, because I'm like caught up with so much stuff going on around here that I forgot. But anyways, I'm not having no child because the pregnancy became molar pregnancy. And I know molar, you guys probably have questions about molar pregnancy. It's because, okay, molar pregnancy is when there's so much chromosome from one genetic. So, his, like, male and female genetics come together to create a baby. So when it has nothing to do with our genetic. It's not why it is. It's not because our genetic doesn't matter. It's just how it happened at that time. So when the genetic got together, there was too much of the male chromosome, which I think normal is 30, and mine became 60. So that becomes a ball of tissue. So like it won't be a baby. Like it became molar pregnancy, which it won't. I can just hold it forever, but that can potentially, cause some health issues and everything, but it will never become a baby. So that's what happened, and that happened in December. It was right after we kind of found out we were pregnant, and I don't know what else to say. And after that happened, like I went to. This is how we found out. It's a molar pregnancy. So like I went to the hospital to see the ultrasound of the baby, and the doctor, like, or whoever she was, the nurse or the doctor, couldn't find a heartbeat. And I should be like about 10 weeks then, so it should be a heartbeat. A heartbeat forms, I think, around 6, 7, around there. So she couldn't find a heartbeat, and so we were doing on my stomach. The ultrasound was happening on my stomach because she couldn't find a heartbeat. And so they try to do internal, which is this ultrasound. They put it in your uterus, and just not in your uterus, but in your area, and they see things in there. And the doctor told me this looks like a miscarriage. And I'm like, how could this be a miscarriage? Like, I haven't been bleeding. I haven't been experiencing any of the symptoms. They did a blood draw to see my pregnancy hormones. And my pregnancy hormones were about 148, I believe, which is not normal for a pregnancy. For a normal pregnancy, the pregnant hormones will be about 100 or less than 100, which, then that's normal. But if it's more than 100, then there's definitely something going on. And mine was 100 and almost 50. So that's how they found out. And they told me that, and I'm like, maybe we were like, oh, maybe the baby's too little. Maybe, the conception date wasn't what we thought. And so, we were like, let's wait, because we're not sure, you know, when all this happened, we weren't trying to have one anyways. But so, and then what was that? I was having pains, like I was having chest pain, like a shooting chest pain, and I was having like some pains on my pelvis area and stuff. So I had to go to the ER, and when we went to the ER, they did another ultrasound. And when they did the ultrasound was showing at like a staticky molar pregnancy. So they were like, oh, you are, first they told me you are partial pregnancy, what? Molar pregnancy. And there are two types of molar pregnancies, partial and complete. Complete is like complete, like 100% molar pregnancy. And so that can potentially cause cancer, some cancer, yeah. And I was like, what is that? Like, when the nurse told me that, I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, okay, is the baby okay? Like, is everything okay? She's like, no, because the baby's not a baby anymore. I'm like, huh? Like, I don't know. I was like, I've never heard of molar pregnancy. The only thing I ever heard in my life is either you have a child, like, you know, your pregnancy goes well and you have the child, or you have miscarriage. I never heard of molar pregnancy or anything else in my life. So I'm just here trying to understand what she's saying, and I'm so confused. You know, I'm just like, what are you talking about? And I don't know if they had, it's not a very common thing, so I don't think they even had a lot of education on molar pregnancy, because on the guy, I asked a question saying, what's the difference between partial, like incomplete, and he said if it was complete, then it would be a baby, because yours is not incomplete, it's not a baby. I'm like, but obviously it's not a very common thing, and he didn't know what he was talking about. But I was just so confused because I was never aware of this thing being a thing, and I was just trying to find things on YouTube, like, you know, what's going on, like, what is this, how can I prevent it from it being that, or can I just do something and just be a baby, because I really wanted the baby, you know, even though I'm not ready, even though we're not ready, I wanted the baby. When I found out I was pregnant, okay, shoot, I'm not ready, but I gotta get ready, and I was getting ready, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, and that's what they told me. And on YouTube, I found one video, and the lady was saying I had complete pregnancy. I had completely molar pregnancy, and the pregnancy became into cancer, and the cancer, I had to get treatment for it. And I was like, oh my God, what's going on? Like, I don't understand this. And I'm not crying. I'm not. And I lost my thought, man. You can talk if you want.
Yeah, so basically, like, where she left off was the molar pregnancy is, like, hers was a complete molar pregnancy, which is when, because two of my chromosomes collided with just one of hers, and that was unnatural. So it didn't actually make a baby, it just turned into a ball of tissue, like she said, and it was sticking to the lining of her uterus and whatnot. And when that happens, I guess it's like some sort of defect or something, and it turns into cancer. Like, it lives as a cancer. So we went to the hospital, and they told us that, you know, she had to get a thing called a DNC. So we got her a DNC, that's when they go in and they scrape out all the tissue and all the cells that are in there that act as cancer cells, and you know, if you consent for it, they use that tissue to study and all that type of stuff and whatnot. So we did that, and they said her hormone levels should, you know, start going down, but if they go back up, then there's something still in there. Her hormone levels started going back, way back up. So turns out they didn't.
It went down like it was 100. No, what was it?
I don't know.
It was my hormones were high. No, it was not 150. It was 150,000.
Yeah.
That was my hormone. And a regular hormone is 100,000, and mine was more than that. And so it started going down after I had my first DNC, which was, you know, a very, like, it's just a procedure. They go in there, like he said, they literally just scoop everything out that's in your uterus. So after that happened, I started going. I had to go to the hospital every week and get my blood so they can see my pregnancy hormones. And it went down. It kept going down and down and down. It was 5,000, and then it went down and it went down, and then like 2 weeks later it started going back up, and that was like, why is it going back up? Like, you know, I'm not pregnant anymore. I should not have a pregnancy hormone. I should not, like, I should be good, you know, because they technically took everything out. And it started going back up, and they did ultrasound again, and then it looked like they left. They forgot to get everything, pretty much. And they had to take it out again, so I had to get another DNC. My first DNC was in December, and then my second DNC was done like the beginning of January. So it was like, having too much DNC is not like good for your health or anything, because having DNC, you could bleed for a long time. So for one DNC, you could bleed up to 6 weeks, and I had 2 in a row with literally 2 weeks apart. So to what's now March, this the first week of March 6th, I think, or 5th today, and I'm still bleeding to this day since December straight. Like, I remember one day I didn't bleed all day, and then I started bleeding back up again. And so I went to the hospital. No, hold on. Before I had my second DNC, I went to the hospital. They were like, this is most likely gonna be cancer, so we're gonna transfer you to cancer specialist. And when I went there, they told me it's called
gestational
trophoblastic.
Yeah, gestational trophoblastic disease or something.
Disease, yeah. And that's pretty much a tumor. So whatever that they forgot inside me, that's kind of weird to just, but it became cancer. And so I had to get another DNC, and they had to do like a internal ultrasound DNC so they can see everything and just take everything out. So after that, I've been going to the hospital and to see my hormones. It's been going down. It's down. It's normal right now. But I feel like I really needed to say this because I know there are some people still think I'm pregnant, and I apologize for not letting you guys know, but really I was not mentally ready or physically ready to talk about this, and I don't want anybody feeling sorry for me because it happened, and it is what it is, honestly. And it's hard because we really wanted the baby, but we couldn't. And I think I'm not saying like this is, God doing things, but at the same time, God knows when you are ready. I feel like, and we were not ready. And I think in a way, we were not meant to be having this baby at this moment. And we will have a child. We will have all the child we want. But right now, I think we're just gonna focus on our marriage and our relationship and work, try to get our stuff together, and just have all the dreams and things that we want to do, travel, and just see my family in Ethiopia, and just live, and I feel like if we were gonna have a child, like, it would be more likely for me right now. I would probably be not working, and all that, which will put, a lot of pressure on one person. But
yeah, but and like this way, like we could use this time like wisely, and so that we can be ready in the future. So when we do actually have a kid, like, and nothing goes wrong, and the baby is born, we're in a better position mentally, financially, just in every way possible. Because we weren't in a good enough spot at the time, and it would have been hard. It would have been even more stressful. We were already under enough stress as it was, especially her, and yeah. So that was just it wasn't our time. So, but we're gonna have our time in the future. Not now, but
we will have. Yeah. And even if we want to have a baby right now, physically, I cannot be pregnant, because if you once have a molar pregnancy, you're more likely to get it again. And I really don't want to go through it again. So I want to give my body a break and kind of like reset and restart and go back to how it was before I was pregnant, and kind of like, just get my stuff together. And, and it's so weird. Like, I was having a hard time when they told me, like, it's not a baby. It's kind of hard to think, because, like, I was just so excited and, like, just, I don't know, doing things what moms do, like, but it is what it is, I guess. And I was like and the weird thing is like I wasn't, it was like 6 weeks or something, whatever, and I was gaining a lot of weight. I still have the weight. It's been hard on me to like kind of to lose it, but I gained weight like just boom. I'm like, what the heck? Calm down. If I'm gaining this weight all just within less than 2 months, then imagine how big I will be in 9 months. Like, so. But anyways, molar pregnancy is not a very common thing, and if anybody or any woman, if you guys have questions, we're talking about serious stuff. But anyways, if any of you guys have any questions, I open, and I'll very be happy to help and let you know, guys, whatever that you want to know. And yeah, I don't know, it's been really hard just for the past months. November, December, January, February, March, like for the past 6 months, I would say. It's just everything been hard, but we're going through it, Yeah, everything that happens in your life, I feel like some people like just push things, or shut down because of the things that happened in their life. And I feel like for a person or for people to get through it, it's like see the positive light, or kind of see what you learned from it and what you experienced from it. And for now, I feel like the positive light would be we were not ready to have a child, and things would have been a lot harder and a lot different. Of course, we have some supportive people of our pregnancy, and some people were not supportive, but at the end of the day, we were willing to have this child. But anyways, I think I'm done talking for now. If you want to speak, go ahead.
No, I'm good. I was. It did when we got the news, like it didn't really hit me at first. Like I was just more shocked than anything, and I didn't really know what to say or do, and so like I guess it didn't show as much. And like she told me she didn't think that I felt any type of way at first. But one day while I was at work, like it did hit me because I was so ready to be a dad, and then it just like ended just like that. But one day while I was at work, it was this baby crying in the store where I was working at, and I looked over, and when I saw it, all the feelings just like rushed in. I was like, damn, man, like that newborn baby, like that was gonna, be our future. And, I was gonna be a dad, the best dad that I could be to a newborn baby, but they're not coming right now. And, it wasn't good. So I had to, go take a minute to myself. And, I talked to her about it because I didn't want her to think like I just don't feel any type of way, like, because that wasn't the case at all. Like, but we just are one of the few couples who had to experience something like that. I mean, it wasn't the most conventional way or anything like that, but that's just part of our story, so
yeah,
so we're gonna use that to become better versions of ourselves,
to be prepared,
so that when, like I said before, when we do have a baby, we're ready, and
and everything will be fine. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Even though all this stuff happens, don't ever give up, because you live once, and I feel like giving up is like the last thing that you want to do in your life, because, as a human, you only have, I don't even know, the longest living person was at 102, I believe. So I'm just saying that, giving up will not help. And really, like, I've given up about a lot of things, but not this. I'm not gonna give up on this, and I would not recommend for you guys to give up on anything in life, on anything. If it's something that you want to do and you want to get it, then you can get it and you can do it. It doesn't matter what people say. It doesn't matter that people like your decision or don't like your decision. It doesn't matter. As long as you are being you and you are being a better version of yourself, then nothing else matters. Like, don't listen to all those people telling you what to do and saying, oh, this is not good, this is not that, this is not. That's their opinion. Okay? And what matters, like, even my hands are so fat. What matters
Stop.
What matters is how you feel inside. If you do something and you feel like shit, then don't do it. And if you feel like, you're doing great, and this is what you want to do, and this is what you want to accomplish in life, then go ahead, for real. Because there are so many people in this world that could tell you that there are.
Fuck was that?
There are very limited people, I was trying to say, to tell you things like this and say, you know, you're doing great. Like, not a lot of people say that. There is always something to complain about. Always. But, you know, you do you. You do what makes you happy. You live your life with no regrets. If you fuck up, go fuck up.
But learn from it.
Exactly.
And learn, you know, how to avoid fucking up in the future.
Again, yeah. You know, that's how, I feel like that's how people, it is how people.
Oh, wait a minute, pause. How you gonna tell me not to cuss and then you say the F word?
I'm sorry. Well, that was just.
You're good.
I forgot what I was gonna say. But anyways, I was saying, you know, like, I've made mistakes. He has made mistakes. But the only way people can tell you, even though in your heart you feel like this is the wrong thing to do and you still did it anyways, and you see the outcome, and I feel like a person can learn from that. Not because people tell you this is not right, this is not right, this is not right, you're doing the wrong things, and or maybe the outcome will be the greatest thing of your life. You don't know that. Like, and you just go ahead and do it, and if it's a mistake and you don't like it and you don't like how it came out to be, then you learn from it and you just become better. You know, you don't do it again. Obviously, that's how people learn. But don't let other people don't let other people decide what you do.
Don't let other people make you feel bad about your decisions. Like she said, do what makes you happy. Like, because there was so many times people was trying to tell me how to live my life, that you got to live a certain way and shit like that. Like, nah, don't try to tell me what life was like for you and say that, you know, I shouldn't do that. Let me go, you know, experience life for myself. If I make a mistake, I make a mistake. I'm gonna deal with the consequences and I'm gonna learn from it, you know? And I feel like that's what everybody should do. Nobody should be restricted or made to feel like they're doing everything wrong. Like, nah, I mean, just live your life the best way you can, right? And that's what we doing right now.
Yep.
And we growing. I'm trying to tell us what to do. Like,
Alright, well, anyways, it was nice to catch up with you guys. This is a whole lot of videos, and we will start posting more videos, and we appreciate everybody's support on everything. And if you guys have any questions, just comment below and we will be happy to answer all your questions. And don't be sad for me as well, because I done for people being sad for me. You can be sad, but just don't. But anyways, bye.
And just as a last note, we moved into a new apartment. Y'all probably get to see it, but you know, that'll be another video.
I will show you guys the apartment. Everything is set up. We moved out like last week, and you know, it wasn't Cleveland. It's a very unpredictable place. So the whole week it wasn't snowing. And the day that we need to move in, it started snowing. So it was an experience. Oh my gosh. We got this couch and we were trying to get in here. Oh my gosh, the worst thing. I was like, okay, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. And it was just him and I. So like, I'm just like, ugh, I'm done.
Yeah, but that's a whole nother video though.
Yeah. So. But anyways, we got everything together. It's in here and everything is set up, but we will do another video.
Yeah.
And we'll show you guys around the house, and we'll see you guys. And if you guys want your hair to be, you know, if you needs your hair braided, I'm a professional. I have my license.
Yeah, go follow her on Instagram at TIZITA_GUFFIE.
And you know, I'm not those people who charge to do hair $200. So, you know,
Yeah.
just saying. So,
And
yeah.
I'll be posting stuff on my Instagram. I know like people see her stuff on my page and whatnot. And yeah, so y'all can follow me too at the number 4 BABY_ACE.
Yeah.
But
All right. Well, thank you for watching this video. Why are you saying it like that? Thank you for watching this video. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you on next video.